I'd like to raise one question on a Minhag Yisrael, on a custom that the Jewish people have, a very ancient custom, regarding Shavuot. And that custom is to decorate the shuls and the homes with greenery, with sweet-smelling flowers, and to try to understand what is some of the reasoning, some of the mindset, and perhaps more important, what is the inspiration that we should gain from looking at this greenery, from smelling these sweet-smelling flowers for our lives, to try to understand a little bit more deeply what the holiday of Shavuot is all about. I'd like to suggest, there are many reasons that are brought down, I'd like to suggest 3 that are found among the commentators. Number 1 is found in source number 1. The Piskei Tshuvos bring down, V'noagim lishtoach atzavim b'shavuot b'beit hakneset u'bebatim. There is a Minhag Yisrael to put grass and other greenery in shul and in our homes. Ube Mishnah Brura writes, Shechamoche noagim lamid ilanot. And likewise, there's a Minhag Yisrael to bring trees. Lezecher, the reason is to remind ourselves, Shebe'atzeret nidonim al peirot ha'ilan. That on Atzeret, on Shavuot, we are judged for the fruit of the tree. He brings down the Gra, who was not in favor of this minhag because of Chukos HaGoyim, but nevertheless, some still hold, Ein lachosh bazeh, you don't have to be worried about this because of the deep-rooted minhag. Omnami knows yesh lakpid lo liksotz anafim milanei peirot. One should be careful not to take branches from fruit-bearing trees, because some hold that this is part of the Isser of Bal Tashchit, of not destroying fruit-bearing trees. So reason number 1, and I'd like to see 1A, B, and C, 3 different parts, is that since Shavuot is a time of the Yom Hadin, it's a time of judgment, on Peiros Ha'ilan, on the fruit of the tree, the fruit of the trees are being judged for the produce that will come about, so therefore we need to daven for them. And therefore having these trees in our midst enables us to focus in on our tefillos in davening for them. Let's try to understand this a little bit more deeply. 1A. There's an idea that's brought in the Pamei Moed in source number 2, where he says, what is the korban? What is the sacrifice that is brought so that Hashem should have mercy on our peiros ha'ilan, on our fruit of our tree, that we should have a good produce? So we know what is brought is the shtei halechem, is the 2 loaves of bread from chitim, from wheat. So the obvious question the Pamei Moed asks is, well, if we're being judged for the fruit of the tree, would it not make more sense to bring fruit and not wheat? Because wheat is not fruit of the tree. Wheat comes from the ground. So he quotes the answer of Rashi, that originally in the time of Adam HaRishon, there's one mandamar, there's one opinion, that Adam HaRishon, the tree that he ate from, the tree of Eitz Hadat Tov V'Ra, was indeed wheat. And therefore wheat at one point was a tree, and therefore we bring the shtei halechem, the 2 loaves of bread, that Hashem should have mercy on the fruit of the tree. Well, how do we understand this? I mean, today it seems to make much more sense, even in the times of Beis HaMikdash. Wheat doesn't grow on trees. It would make more sense to bring something that's actually a fruit, not something that grows on the ground. So he quotes here Reb Tzadok HaKohen, who teaches us something profound and something very deep. Who masbir in source 3, Ki Amorah Yisodiyut Hitcholelah V'olam B'ikvot Chetos Shel Adam HaRishon. There was something major that happened as a result of Adam HaRishon. That Ad Az Haya Ma'achal Ha'adam Mevusas Al Peirot Bilvad. While Adam HaRishon was around, they only had peiros, they only had fruit of the tree. as the pasuk tells us, Vayita gan ba'eden, and they had a gan, a garden in Eden. The garden was fruit, and God specifically gave us fruit because fruit is easy to eat. You don't have to plant it year after year, and you're able to enjoy it. So originally, God gave this to us in order for Adam HaRishon to be involved in la'ovda u'l'shomra, to be able to sit and learn Torah and to do God's bidding. But after Adam ate from the tree, then it says, B'zeh sapecha tochel lachem, he had to work with the spread of his brow. And the punishment of Adam was that food wouldn't come easily to him. Now, what happens when Klal Yisrael reached the level